Hello, good day, my dear people of Biafra land, the lovers of freedom and the lovers of mankind. I welcome you to this weekend edition of Biafran struggle in the quest for we to restore the independence and dignity of Biafra. I welcome each and every one of us to this Sunday broadcast. Here we do our own Sunday service or Sunday mass. So, my dear people, the lovers of freedom and the lovers of mankind, you know how we used to do it. You know the culture already. Please subscribe to my channel, like and comment. Let me hear your comment in the section to know how I'm doing it right or wrong. Please, I need your corrections. Without you, there will be no me, and without me, there will be no you. That is one thing about life. Life is about you give me your right hand and I give you my own right hand. You give me left, I give you left. So it is vice versa. That is according to Igbo interpreting. So my good people of Biafra, the one who loves what I'm doing, I am bringing to us today the current news from the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Maazị Okechukwu Nnamdi Kanu. Here is the news in detail. Nnamdi Kanu has spoken. He said, he's talking to the federal government, he said, you have amputated justice, committed judicial suicide. You are now executive tool against hope of a common man. That is what our leader sent to the court through his spokesperson. Vexed by the decision of the Court of Appeal to grant the prayers of the President Muhammadu Buhari on the judgment made by the appellate court, quashing all charges filed against the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Maazị Nnamdi Okechukwu Kanu, which government disobeyed. Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, that is the Horewa, has described the judiciary as a captive of the executive arm of the government. According to the rights group, the judiciary has lost her voice as the last hope of a common man. And that is the truth. When we say that Nigeria is not practicing democracy, people will say, what are you saying? Sometimes they call us tribalist or tribal jingoism or all sort of names. But we don't care. We must speak the truth, because the only thing that will set us free and the only thing that will make our struggle a better one is for us to stand and speak the truth at all times. No matter whose us is God, we must speak the truth. The Nigerian government or the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, whatever they are practicing is never a democracy, and they don't have a respect for the rule of law. You force the ASU back to school with using your own court and the same appeal court, forcing them that they must obey the court order, which they did. So now the same appeal court have already given you order and you disobeyed it. So tell me, are you the respecter of law or are you spoiling the law? Are you making the law in Nigeria to be working, or you just want it to spoil in your hand, so that other people that will come, they will not have where to hold hands? That's I'm asking Malami and Muhammadu Buhari, what is it that you people don't understand? That this young man has been discharged and acquitted. Is the English too difficult for you people to understand? Then look for a translator who will translate it to your local dialect for you to understand that the court is the last hope of a common man, which they have delivered their justice both in Supreme Court, both in Appeal Court, Abuja, and a High Court, a Federal High Court, which is headed in Umuahia, Abia State. So what is there to understand that you people did not understand? According to the rights groups, the judiciary has lost their voice as the last hope of a common man, and that is where we are coming in from. As an activist, as a speaker, as a blogger, whatever you may call it, I don't speak for you to like me. I don't speak for you to take my word, but I must make my stand clear for the world to know. When the mouth is crying, the eye will follow. Injury to one is injury to all. As long as Biafra is concerned, whatever that affects Maazị Nnamdi Kanu affects the whole Igbo in general. whether those who believe they are Biafrans or those who do not believe. He is an Igbo and he is a Biafra agitator. So take him as a Biafra or take him as an Igbo. So whatever that happens to him is affected all the people in Igbo land. I could remember the case of Sunday Igboho when they grabbed him in Cotonou. All the elites, including OBJ, went there to see him. And when they came back, they mandated the government, both the Ifeany Fredes, they must release this guy because an injury to Igboho is injury to the whole Yoruba nation, which they did. Now, my question is, where are the Igbo elites? Anyway, let's say that the Ohaneze Igbo, which is some prominent men, elite spokesmen have gone to meet the what do they call him? The one that said he is the president. Whether he's the president or past tense, I don't know. They were going to meet him. He said, court will decide. Now court has decided. You don't want to obey. You want to incur the wrath of the gods. I'm telling Malami and Muhammadu Buhari, you want to incur the wrath of the gods, and when it comes, you will not escape it. Even if you run from here to Niger, where the place you came from, or Mauritania, but you will not escape it. Bear it in mind. Bear it in mind. According to Horewa said by their Kowadik manifested in the granting of the state of executive to a disobedient appellate. The Court of Appeal has justified the return to self-help measures by disenchanted citizens since it is no longer possible for justice to be obtained in the court of law and complied with by the government. And then the same court will clarify the gross indiscipline and the treachery of the central government in flouting the unambiguous orders of the court made in compliance with the Section 6 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Horewa condemned the capitulation to the whims and the caprices of the President of Nigeria by the Court of Appeal, wondering why the court did not insist that the federal government first obeys the judgment before appealing. Horewa said the court has been blackmailed into shooting themselves on the leg and thereby amputating justice. Today is indeed a calamitous day for the Nigerian judiciary, whereby the will of the justice was derailed by the political correctness and fear of the unknown. The group said. Horewa also said it is appellate that the hierarchy of the Court of Appeal was provoked by the decision of the three-member panel of justice to quash the charges against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that it reportedly made punitive transfer affecting a member of that panel even before the belated application for stay of execution was filed. That is the country you are into. They expect the three judges to lie. They expect them to turn things upside down, forgetting that everybody can never be the same. Any judge can never be like Malami. Any judge can never be like Buhari. So they went there and they execute the case in a rightful manner. It's not up to 24 hours after they deliver that judgment. Three of them were transferred to different states from their original state. As you can see, can you see it? Can you see it? That nothing like human rights in Nigeria, and there's nothing like democracy. What they are practicing is autocracy. Autocratic government is what they are practicing. You don't say the truth. When you say the truth, the reverse is the case. The rights group questioned the moral high ground of the federal government to rush to the appeal court after the federal attorney general and minister of justice Abubakar Malami has used media platforms to impugn and discredit the penalists who freed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Yes, that is because he is poor, he's a mental poor. His mentality is very, very poor. His educational background is very, very poor. Who appointed him to be the Minister of Justice of Nigeria? How did he come to, how? Why? When? Horewa lamented, however, that despite the published notice of intent by the federal government not to ever respect the judgment of the Court of Appeal, the same Court of Appeal certified the illegality and the act of impunity and treachery of the government. However, recalled that the appellate court, in a unanimous decision by a three-man panel led by the Justice Haruna Sanami, granted the application federal government brought before stay of execution of the judgment, pending the hearing and determination of the appellate to lodge before the Supreme Court. However, the appellate court ordered federal government to, within 7 days, transmit the record of appeal as well as its verdict on the matter to appellate court to enable speedy determination of the case, carpeting the Court of Appeal for making itself an effective political hostage and captive of the executive arm of government. The Horewa said the decision to suspend their own conceived and legally sound and well-grounded judgments amounted to judicial suicide by the Court of Appeal and is similar to hitting the death nail on the coffin or judicial independence. Even as Horewa said, the appeal court decision is shameful, laughable, and irrational. So that is it. I think the appeal court have started to dance on their tone. Now they are given the 7 days to come and to know their stand. That means you did not even stand with what the judgment you passed. That is what we see on daily basis in the country called Nigeria. That is what we face. That is what we see. There is no any single respect for the rule of law. Everything have turned upside down. Everything have turned upside down. No respect for rule of law. They don't respect anything. They keep doing things left and right hand way, forgetting that court is the last hope of a common man, where they can get justice when everything have failed. So tell me, where is the justice in this matter? Obey the court. Oh, you cannot. Fear God. For where? Okay, respect the people you are ruling. You are ruling. Okay. They are living the life of I can do it, nothing will happen to me. But I tell you the truth, something will happen when the time is right. Just mark my word. It might not be now, but when it begins to happen, maybe then you have even forgotten where the rot is coming from. Please, let's move on to another news. Nnamdi Kanu, Muhammadu Buhari doesn't respect Igbos. That is Ikenga Ugochinyere speaking. The candidate of the People's Democratic Party for Idatu Federal Constituency in Imo State, Ikenga Ugochinyere, on Friday came down hard on the President Muhammadu Buhari following the continual detention of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, despite the 3 different court orders. The Court of Appeal in Abuja have freed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of terrorism charges filed against him and ordered his release. A federal high court in Umuahia also ordered Kanu's release and ordered the federal government to return him to Kenya, where he was illegally abducted. A high court in Abia State also given a judgment in favor of IPOB leader Ugochinyere, who is a spokesperson for the coalition of united political parties, in a statement said Kanu's continued detention despite the court judgment showed that the government did not have respect for the rule of law. That is number 1. He added that the development was a proof that President Muhammadu Buhari did not have regards for the Igbo in general. According to him, the candidates of the All Progressive Congress at all levels will suffer for Buhari's disdain towards Igbo, Idato, and Imo State. The state read, I have observed with dismay the continued detention of Ifeany by the federal government, despite recent court judgments in his favor. The total disregard for court judgments by his administration has shown that the APC government does not have an iota of respect for the judiciary system in Nigeria. Not only that, this development is also an indication that President Muhammadu Buhari is calling Igbos fools. That is exactly the point. He has no single respect for the Igbos. Even when the court ordered for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, but he keep releasing terrible bandits and Boko Harams on daily basis without no any court injunction, without no any even court sitting. People who are awaiting trial have been freed. He has the right to free over 101 Boko Harams from maximum prison in Kirikiri, Lagos. Yet, when people react, we are told that they are repented Boko Harams. Where did you see a repented Boko Haram? Somebody who have murdered almost one community. Some people who have committed some heinous crimes that is unforgivable, even by God and by human. And you said they are unrepented. Who made them repented? How do they repent? And you will integrate them into the army, where they will continue the killings. Once they have been integrated into the military, the next place of the assignment is the eastern zone, and they will call them continue the killing. And when they killed, you will tag them unknown gunmen. But when anybody touch them, then you will come out and tell me Biafrans have killed them. Biafrans is against the government. Biafrans is killing the soldiers and the police. Why? You know what they are doing. You know the those that is behind their killings. The ones they are killing, the innocents, nobody will talk. Government will not come to say any stupid thing. But once any of them is involved, by maybe the unknown government or the same, they can even kill themselves just to blackmail the IPOB. It is surprising that the president can be sanctioning this reckless and illegal action of his men and agencies, despite saying it openly many times that only the court will determine Kanu's fate. This government action is an affront to Igbos, especially our traditional and religious leaders who have approached Buhari on Kanu's issue many times, with him insisting that court will be allowed to handle the case. This hate and disrespect for the Igbos by the president and his government should not be allowed to continue without the Igbos replying in a manner that will show their annoyance. I therefore call on all Igbos to reply Buhari in the same coin by rejecting all APC candidates at all levels at the polls, if they will hear, because the person that is the son that is defending, or the attorney to the Fulani man that stole 109 billion, 174 billion naira, AGF, Accountant General of the Federation, his attorney is not Hausa, it's not Yoruba, it's an Igbo man. That is how you can see how daft we are, because of money, because of what we stand to gain. Then we forget about what is happening behind our back. Forget about that we have family, friends, neighbors, relatives, people who have come from the same kindred with us, what they are passing through. Because of your stomach infrastructure, you agree to stand for a man who you truly know that he siphoned the federal government money. He cleared the treasury of 174 billion naira. And you are defending him. Okay, look at it now. Look at what this guy is saying, and that is the truth. If they will agree, if they will know the injustice that the federal government or this administration have meted on the Igbos and the Southeasterners at large, nobody will even cast a single vote to APC in the coming election, not even in the local level. But when they come tomorrow night and give them like 500, 1,000 with one cup of rice and one geisha, that is the end. Even if possible, they go put a half onion, bring one onion, they will tell two people, when you reach home, use knife, cut it, this one take that, this one take that, and they will jumping up, casting their vote for the people, for the APC, who have made the life of almost 85% of Nigerians miserable, both the one living home and abroad. People abroad are eager to come back home to see their families, but they cannot because of insecurity. A lot have closed have become deaf and come back. They ended at 6 feet in the grave simply because of insecurity, kidnapping. When you come back, they don't even know the work you are doing overseas. They don't even know whether you have money or not. The bottom line is that you come from abroad, you must have money. And when they make demands, you don't produce what they demand for. They will kill the person. And that is the end of that person. A lot of people living in diaspora want to come back home and establish, at least, to create more works for the youths and those ones who are out of work or who are out of school, who don't know the faith, who don't know their faith tomorrow, to create works for them. But how will they come? The economy is dying every day by day. No security, no social amenities, no light, and no good road. All these things that make life meaningful is making life miserable in Nigeria, because a road that you pass, you have been passing for the past 5 or 6 decades is same. Instead of the road to get better, it is getting worse on daily basis. But when you go to the north, you find out that almost every hooks and cranes there are tied up. Their roads is like nylon to every local government. Even the place you can find mud house, the road to go there have, and it is plastic. That is the height of disrespect we got from this government. The gas that is giving this government money is from Imo State. Oil that is giving them money is from Imo State. We have a lot of mineral resources in Imo State that the government have been digging on daily basis without any single compensation to the state. Yet tomorrow somebody will come out and go and vote for APC. That person is really joking with his future, his family future, his generation and unborn generation. That is what they are playing with. Igbo should give 0 vote to all APC candidates from top to bottom to display their grievances against the government. A government that does not respect the Igbos and their leaders should not be rewarded with votes. Please, I am begging all of you, all who the lovers of freedom and the lovers of mankind, you have heard it from our brother. He hit the nail on the head. And I must be honest with you people, I am really pleased with it. I am really pleased with the way he handled this issue. I am really pleased with the way he have made his point clear, and wish all should also know this, that these people do not want us and we cannot want them. Since they don't respect our elders, they don't respect the Igbo cultures, they don't respect the Igbo in general, we are not going to respect them. And the only way we can show our disrespect to them is by casting our votes to the right party, not APC or PDP. We have 18 political parties that is out for this general election. So let us vote wisely. Get your PVC. Do not sell your conscience. Do not sell your vote to anyone. Do not sell the future of your children. Make sure you vote the right person. Make sure you cast your vote at the right place. Anyone that approach you with any money, tell the person you cannot sell your future, no matter what it is. Because I can't see what you will gain by selling the future of your children 5,000. The 5,000 that cannot make even a good pot of soup for your family. Even if you make, it will be quantity, not quality. And you'll be jumping up and down. That I can't even worry. What are you reading? You are just reading the future of your children. And tomorrow you will still come out to complain that this government have killed you when you have already sold your vote. You sold your vote to them. So when they get to the top there, they can do whatever they like. You dare not question them because they bought your vote. So when they bought your vote, they have already bought anything, any project or whatsoever or contract that may come from them. Everything will become bygone because they have already bought you and bought everything about you. They have already bought your generation. So if they like, they can talk. If they like, say they will wake up tomorrow and say, I don't want anybody to live in this community again. You ask why. Said, didn't I pay you before you vote for me? And you will say yes. So what are you saying? Government owns the land. So they have every right to come and displace you and place you anywhere that they like, even far from your own inheritance or heritage. So let us be wild. I'm talking to all Biafrans, both home and abroad. Anywhere you find yourself, please be wise. I say be wise. Do not cast your vote simply because of ethnicity or because of religious bigotry or because of tribal sentiment or tribalistic. Cast your vote because that person you are choosing is competent and worthy enough to see Nigeria free from where they found themselves. As for we Biafrans, we are still continuing with our struggle, and we are not giving up. No leave, no surrender. We are going to do what? We are going to make it, whether they like it or not. The end determines. Until I come your way again, I'm going to end this broadcast, this small Sunday broadcast here. Remember, like, share my content, invite your family and friends so that they may be part of this moving train. Until I come your way again, I still remain your one and only Okuta Daily Talk. Bye for now. Goodbye.